For the past couple weeks, Mojang has been releasing a lot of information about the Minecraft 1.21 update, and for once, I'm kind of excited. To be honest, I haven't even really cared about some of the most previous updates, because I mean, like, they're cool, I like Cherrywood, it looks nice, but it's not going to fundamentally change the game in any way. But these new additions actually seem like they're going to change a lot, so consider this your video on everything you need to know about the Minecraft 1.21 update. At least so far. First of all, we have the crafter, and true to its name, you can put any recipe in its inventory, and then as soon as it gets a redstone pulse, it'll automatically craft that item. You can also block off spaces within the crafter's inventory in order to create shaped recipes or something that doesn't require the entire 3x3 grid. Now these are compatible with hoppers, so you can get pretty fancy about making recipes automatically. Right here is the system I made to automatically craft a diamond pickaxe whenever you want. Now I won't go into too much more detail about the crafter because I've already made a video about it. You should go watch it, by the way. But you can get pretty complicated with the types of recipes you make with this thing. I really can't wait for whenever that one person goes and makes the contraption with a panel of buttons with every item in the game, and whenever you click the button next to a certain item, it just automatically crafts that item and delivers it. It's gonna be nuts what people make. I mean, I might even try making something like that. Smash like if you think I can do it. Smash subscribe if you don't think I can do it. I do that, why? Now for the second thing being added into the update, we have the trial chamber. This is a new structure that spawns underground and is an amazing revamp for the dungeon system. Like in normal dungeons, the trial chamber has spawners. This is a new type of spawner that spawns waves of mobs, and as soon as you kill a certain amount, it gives you a reward on top of it. You can get different types of potions and food, but most importantly, you get the trial key, which I'll tell you what that does later. Spoiler, it's nothing. Also throughout the chamber, there's different types of loot chests with some pretty nice loot. But the biggest addition is the new breeze mob. This mob is similar to the blaze, but it's wind themed. I'm sorry to all my glaze and blizz enjoyers out there. Instead of shooting fireballs, this shoots little air charges which knock you around and activate buttons nearby. Also, I didn't notice this earlier, but it looks like it can jump around and like evade. Woo, there he goes. Wait, does he actually do any damage? Hold up. Fire at me again? Hey, come on. Ah, okay, he does damage. Hey, whoa. I'm gonna beat you up with my fist. Come here. Okay, so I just beat that with my fist, so I feel like it could be more difficult, because also the trial spawners only spawn 2 of those things. But honestly, it's a really cool concept. I do like that mob. So apparently 6 breezes are supposed to spawn, but I only got like 1 or 2 to happen. There is a thing where more players around a trial spawner will make more things spawn and make them more difficult. So maybe there's a bug with that in the version I was playing, but I don't know. Somebody tell me what happened. But those air charges also activate buttons. Come on, come on, shoot me. No, come on, you can do it. You can do it, buddy. There we go, he activated the dispenser. And different rooms of the trial chambers actually have buttons with dispensers with things like snowballs and eggs and arrows around, which is actually a pretty cool addition to these rooms. It makes fighting them a little bit more interesting. Again, it's not really that hard because they don't do any damage, but you know, I like them. Okay, bye-bye, thank you for helping. As for the actual design of the dungeon itself, it was really unique. Each room seemed to be different and had a different variation of mobs with different types of mechanics to go with each of them. Each trial chamber will spawn different types of mobs, and while I did get a kind of basic one, it was still very well done. The zombie room seemed to be really big and open with lots of room for spawning monsters. The spider room seemed to be a little bit more maze-like, and the skeleton was a huge climb that you had to get up to the top without falling off. This room was a particularly fun one because even though it was hard, it felt like a dungeon you would see in like better dungeons, which is kind of what this entire thing felt like. It felt more planned out and specific about what you were supposed to do. As for the breeze rooms, these did feel a little bit anticlimactic because you would be in this big area and then only like 2 breezes would spawn and you'd kill them really fast. But if they just made a few more of them spawn and stuff, this would be a really cool room because I was starting to get water buckets being placed and it was fun. Overall, I feel like the chambers are pretty well balanced. It's a good challenge and there's some nice loot with it. And it was just all around really enjoyable. Also, fun fact, did you know that the new trial spawners take 4 minutes and 10 seconds to break with a netherite pickaxe? That's the same amount of time it takes to break a block of obsidian with your fist. I just wonder how long it takes to break the trial spawner with your fist. And now that I said that, I have to do it. Okay, give me like 2 hours. no, 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 horse, what are you doing? No, turn around. No, come on. Go figure, it's the same amount of time as with a netherite pickaxe. What was I talking about? Trial keys, something like that? So right now these don't have a use other than just being a cool item. I was hoping you could like unlock a locked chest with it or something, but yeah, it doesn't work. But I'm sure they have something planned for this. It's gonna be cool. Also, on the topic of cool things, bundles are finally here. Hey, be quiet past me. Bundles have been in the game since 1.17 or 1.18 or 1.19. I don't know. They're still experimental. I don't know how long it takes to code in one item, but not this update. Next feature, please. For you guys who like building out there, they've also added in a couple of new blocks, mainly having to do with the tuff block. You can now make stuff like tuff walls, tuff brick walls, polished tuff walls, stairs, slabs, bricks, all that type of stuff. And on top of that, they have some new copper stuff like the door, the trapdoor, and the grate, which can hold water. Can it hold fish? Kind of. No, I'm gonna have to say no on that one. Also, random side note, with an iron ingot you can just go make, I have a trapdoor, 4 iron ingots, really easy. Let me just make a copper trapdoor. What? Excuse me? How do you make it? Turns out the way you make it is you get 6 blocks of copper and you get 2 trapdoors. So 4 ingots for an iron trapdoor and 27 for a copper trapdoor. I see no problem here, this is fine. And the last copper thing to be added is the copper bulb. This works similarly to a redstone lamp where it turns on with a signal, but instead it turns on with one signal and turns off with a second. And as every redstone YouTuber has said, this makes toggle flip-flops insanely easy. I mean, look at that. Also, a feature that gets an honorable mention because it's not in survival, but it's still really cool, is the new tick command. With this, you can actually change how fast your Minecraft world runs, or even just freeze it completely. Like, I just froze the game and now, like, nothing happens. This horse is frozen. I'm sorry, buddy. Oh no, I can see a problem happening with this. Unfreeze. And of course, for the last thing we have for this update, we have the Armadillo. This was recently the winner of the 2023 mob vote, so it's not in the game yet, but we do know it's gonna spawn in a savanna biome and drop its shell to be able to create wolf armor. Actually, is it a shell? What's it called? What is an armadillo's shell called? The osteoderm. If it's not called an osteoderm in the game, I'm gonna riot. Now, I'm sure there's gonna be more features added in as time goes along, but these are the big ones for right now and the stuff that I find the coolest. But other than that, I'll try and keep you guys updated if anything else cool comes out. I hope you guys enjoy this updated, because I'm actually pretty excited. Subscribe or I'll delay bundles to 1.25. And of course, thank you guys for watching.